Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Tonight we are going to have a fun multiple pick read with, are you receiving Jupiter's gifts of love, patience, and abundance? Because right now with Jupiter in Sagittarius, I feel like there is a substantial shift of fantastic energy of receiving abundant gifts from the universe, especially if we use our manifestation practices, which are so simple. We simply picture something, we daydream about something that we want, we let it go to the universe, we can write it down, we think about it, and it really is a substantial time for these things to start to take shape and become actualized. This energy is really, really great. I already hear people that are making great strides and changes and already receiving their love, money, peace of mind, trust, all the things that we sometimes seek to add balance and like quietude in our life, which is really nice. So also, before I begin, I want to thank you guys so much for all your lovely comments and your likes and your subscribes. The dialogue is fantastic. It's so, so sweet. I really appreciate it. You guys are the absolute best. And yeah, I couldn't ask for better viewers. You guys, you make my day when I go in there, especially when I have my weird little cock-ups and I forget who's what and what's going on and start calling people RoboCop or lose my mind, or the devil comes out with a giant phallic symbol and I have to regain my balance, because so many funny things happen during tapings and I just want them to be natural reactions. Like, I never rehearse anything. I rarely write anything down. I just like to do what the messages tell me to do right when they come in, because it's much more organic and it's free flowing. And sometimes I realize the chit chat gets a little fast and furious because the messages do come in quite quick. So I like to do it at a certain point in the evening when my energy is a little more quiet. I love to do it when I first get up in the morning too, because I'm in a mellow pace. I never like to do it when I'm rushed. So how we're going to do this tonight is similar to yesterday's, where we're going to start with number 1 is the sun. Number 2 is Heart of the Sky. Number 3 is going to be Soul Retrieval. Number 4 is going to be the Ancient Ones. And number 5 is going to be Many Paths. And we're going to start with the sun, and I'm going to read the Mystical Shaman Oracle invitation of what the sun is, because so I like to put the author's words to his artwork, because sometimes it's just that profound match, you know what I mean? It's like, even after I know what it means, I like the exact wording, and I like to just read like the invitation of it. So number 1, if you chose the sun, it's going to be, have you been hibernating? Have you been introspective? Is it time to come out of your cave and savor the life-giving light of our star? The sun rekindles your passion and your creative energy. Life is calling for you to shine your light and add to your lightness and humor to the seriousness around you. Get out and play. That's lovely. Isn't it true too? Like, I find when it's rainy and crappy out, like it has been here today, and it's been rather cold, it's a nice excuse to stay in and read books. But do you ever feel like guilty as all hell when it's gorgeous and sunny and perfect out? You feel like, if I don't go outside, I really am a cave troll. Like, what is going on? And even like, I know if we get engrossed in our work, once it passes a certain time, like I always feel like once a clock passes 3 o'clock, that I almost give up on the outside experience. But I know right before noon is like when I'm really compelled to go outside. And lots of times when you step outside, you don't want to come back in, right? It's so beautiful. It's so, the colors are so rich. Everything's so warm, especially in fall. Like, you ever go for a really long walk in the woods, you just feel amazing, right? You're like, why am I not doing this every second? So let's see. What are you receiving from Jupiter's gifts, this energy that's all around it, that's palpable, of love, patience, and abundance, and all these things? So let's see what's going on. I'm going to start with these. Ooh, 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Very nice. And then we'll see some of the things you can be receiving. Oh, 4 of Wands. Lovely. I love 4s because they're very balanced in tarot, and I also feel like that is the oh my gosh, you guys, that is the you know, looking out over into the distance, building, putting fire behind what you do, and action. I love Wands because they are action. And look at this, the Ace of Wands. Speaking of the number 1 This is absurd, you guys. You have a bounty of amazing things headed towards you. You feel propelled. I feel right now that very little is a challenge to you. What used to come at great expense to you just flows with ease. I feel like everything is just going to flow with ease to you. You're trusting your gut, and you're allowing your perception of your circumstances to widen, and they include all like nuances and subtle cues that you normally miss, but you're going to be sharp as a tack. You're going to be exactly where you're supposed to be, and your vision is going to be clear. There's going to be a lot of light, happy, joyous celebration around you. You're going to see things exactly as they are. There's no cloudiness, anything like that. And I keep hearing very loudly, when you speak the truth and you practice the truth, eventually everything you say just becomes true. So I feel like also the things that you're trying to manifest, when your self-talk of, I am wealthy, I am balanced, I am patient, I am receiving love in abundance, and I am wealthy, I am well placed in my community, I'm giving all those things. That is your truth because it's what you're trying to achieve. And then it becomes an absolute truth and occurrence because you have the thinking, the fire, big time fire behind it. And you have people around you that are celebrating you, your growth. I feel like a lot of you are ascending quite a bit spiritually. You're mastering who you are. You're mastering your emotions. You're not run by your emotions anymore. You're simply just at peace with a lot of things around you in universal law, and you're finding congruence between what you say and who you are. You know what I mean? You're not trying to see more than. You're never putting yourself down. You're just in a very beautiful, balanced situation. I really love that. Yeah, really together, really solid. And the fact when you realize, another thing, that you can rely on your own skills to traverse whatever waters you need to, because you're going to find that. You're going to find that strength, and you're going to find that balance. It's going to be amazing. So I also want to pull you a fairy oracle card. Oh my goodness. Oh, the Lovers. Again, now is major luck, love, high law of attraction. I feel like a lot of you are highly magnetic in this group. You know, there's love that is long lasting. Absolutely. There's choices that are made from the heart. I love that so much. And I feel like, again, what you are seeking is also seeking you. That's why those of you that are out there and you're seeking love, it is moving towards you. You're giving it breadth and space, so it's simply occurring. That is amazing, you guys. Number one, the sun. Wow on top of wow. I am very excited for you guys. So let's do it one more quick silly affirmation card because I love these. Wonder. It's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder. And when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I had a ticket to the show. So wonder, yeah. Again, instead of looking at life in that jaded aspect of I've seen everything, I've done everything, you have a sense of hope, anticipation, and all those bright, beautiful things that are going to guide you down this wondrous path of just receiving. So get ready for it, because you are there. Yeah, your energy is beautiful and flowing. You're very forgiving. I feel like you're letting go of old grudges, which is making a lot of peace in your heart and just letting you be able to just carry on beautifully with your month. I love that so much, you guys. You can have a really great holiday as well. So that's you guys as the sun. So beautiful. If you're new, don't forget to press subscribe, and all the rest of you guys press like, and also the little bell so you can get the notifications when the new videos come up. Look at the artwork in that. And all my links are below if you guys need private reads or you want to check out the Patreon page. We're just starting to load that up with videos for subscribers of Patreon, so we can have some fun stuff in there. And there's going to be tutorials, there's going to be manifestation, there's going to be how to read tarot, a bunch of stuff. Look at that artwork. So you guys, you're really in for a beautiful phase. So get ready, sit back, and enjoy the ride, because it's going to be magnificent. Congratulations. I love when I see stuff like that. I feel the energy right now. I feel so peaceful now. The energy is like carrying over, and it's very palpable. I love it. So let's see what the heart of sky has to say for that energy. Really beautiful, you guys. Yeah, sometimes it's like we just have to give in and not look any gift horse in the mouth and just say thank you, wow. And always the gratitude, right? That's the number one thing, gratitude for sure. The heart of the sky is the love force that has made all creation possible. This same force is present when you create with originality, when you bring formlessness into form or inspired ideas into expression. This primeval force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention from will to guide it to manifest. The heart of the sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it into the world of matter. Wonderful. Yeah, I have such an aesthetic sense myself. Like, I love beauty, I love shine, I love sparkle, I love natural earthy elements, I love colors, all those things. And I feel like, why not enrich our days with, you know, something that is like look at that, just those colors. Doesn't that give you a sense of feeling of a place that just, I remember going to Mexico when I was like 18 and being awed at just the natural beauty, not only of the landscape, but the richness and the color of the art, because they're fantastic with their beautiful sun colors in the top of the spectrum, right? Amazing. Okay, so let's see what's coming for you guys. So, very nice. So for the beginning, you have the Ace of Summer for some of your energy. Open your heart to love. That's beautiful. Let me read it from over here too, because I can't really zoom in on that. Open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. This is a huge message I'm getting for this group right here too. Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of your chakras opening and your energies are flowing very smoothly. You had blockages prior, I felt, in the throat area and also your heart chakra due to just blockages. And I actually did a blockage lift for someone this morning because what happens is we just fall back into old patterns, and old patterns need to fall away now so we can let in love, light, new creative flow, all those things. And you're going to recognize that. You're like, you know what? I don't want to repeat anymore. I want to expand. I want to learn. I want to be able to look around me and notice every detail of hidden messages brought to you by spirit, by source. You're not shooting the messenger. You are grateful of the friend who shows you what you haven't wanted to see until now, which is beautiful. You're going to observe all the facets of the diamond that is you without judgment. I hear that very closely. You're starting to have epiphanies, and you're starting to have a lot of synchronicities, and you're thankful and grateful, and it's only expanding and making it better. And look at that. Absurd. Two of Cups. Yeah, and you are going to have, with this and that, I feel very much a beautiful, strong soul connection and a love offer. And you know why? Because it's something that you thought about to manifest. You let it go, and you let source and you let a higher power take care of it. You didn't try to maneuver, weave, hurry, put urgency on it, desperation on it. You just let it flow. You simply said, it is here. You simply said, what I want is on the way. And guess what? You let it get on that locomotion and you let it do its thing, and now it is on its way, which I absolutely adore. That's awesome, you guys. Where's the other cards? Let's see what's going on here. And Nine of Cups. Look at these. This read is crazy. The last group had all this generosity, love, and all these things coming towards you too. But absolutely, Jupiter is such an expansive planet of gifts. Everything, love, patience, abundance, tolerance, expansion, finding your light and your lightness. Even in the darkest moments when you feel like stuff is going to just overwhelm you, you're like, whoa, you just embrace it and you go, you know what, everything is temporary, and you work through it, because the majority of your moments are this. They are love offers. They are rich friendships. They are beautiful celebrations. I feel like a lot of Americans are going to have a beautiful, wonderful, new kind of Thanksgiving and family time that they've never had before. They're going to notice nuances. I really, really want to ask this of you, because the guides are saying, please notice each individual member of your family, how they eat, how they laugh, how they interact, who's in pain, who wants to discuss something, who's patient, who's impatient, who's drinking a little too much, who's hurting, who is at on the precipice of something, who's super creative. Watch all these details. Watch their hands. Does anybody have, I love to watch people's hands, because they tell a lot about a person, and especially if they, they work very hard with their hands, all those little cracks and things. I feel like now is like a massive time of healing and powerful medicine for everyone, for you guys. You're going through a huge amount of healing, which is really beautiful. I absolutely adore this. Wow, 100%. I'm going to pull one of these too for you. Yes. very strongly. I'm feeling this focus and then act. I feel like a lot of you guys have a few choices to make, and you're no longer stuck in that stagnant, oh my God, if I do this, will this happen? You're not going to overthink. You're not going to do anything crazy. You're simply going to do that ghost dance where you just breeze over and you just select and it happens to be correct because you're not overdoing it in your head. It is 100% coming from your heart chakra and your intuition. And you basically just ghost dance across it. You make your choice. And it just is the right whisper in your ear at the right time, because everything is in a flow for you right now. It's in a beautiful thing. You almost feel like some of the times like you're in some kind of hypnotic dance, like you're trusting your gut and you're allowing your perception to widen, and it's going to again include all those subtle cues that you're going to pick on, and your desires are just going to start to happen because you're trusting yourself, which is beautiful. I adore that. Wow, you guys. Yeah, really, really good energy for that. So this is your card, and I'm going to read it from over here, and then I'll show it to you. Everyone is a teacher. Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher in that moment. The ones who give me the fun lessons are the ones I call friends. The ones who give me the hard lessons I sometimes call a-holes. They've chosen a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So today I'm thanking all the a-holes. Thank you, a-holes, for playing your part in making me a better person. Isn't that true? I would not have left my job if I wasn't surrounded by gigantic a-holes that were either lazy, narcissistic, ridiculous, and they, like, daily I left there with some kind of chakra in jeopardy because of that. And you have to thank the a-holes because they push you on. They have you leave uncomfortable places that aren't meant for you so you can move on and thrive, right? So let's thank all the a-holes. Yay, a-holes! See you on the flip side. So that's you guys. How wonderful. I love these cards so much. So if you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and press that little bell down there too. Ding, ding, ding. It'll give you notifications when all the new videos are up. And again, I want to thank all you guys for your beautiful comments. Comment too about any a-hole that you have in your vicinity, that just the number, just give me a number, several a-holes, one a-hole, and maybe what you plan to do about it. Because you know, I found out in my life, confrontation doesn't really work with a-holes because they are not self-aware, so they could care less how they affect anybody. And trying to bring that to light just makes them defensive and a more gigantic a-hole. So just let me know how you have any plans to work through, and if you want any guidance in that measure, because I am a master at dealing with unpleasant people because I've had to do it for a large amount of my life. It's just the way it is. So that's you guys, the Heart of Sky, and all my links are down below, you guys, if you need to book any private readings. I know 11/11's coming up, and that's going to be a majestic day for reads. I'm so excited for that. The energy is going to be off the charts for really crystalline messages. I'm excited. Okay, you guys. Yeah, and everything else is down below in the links. Instantgo, all that groovy stuff. Okay, so next we're going to go on soul retrieval. I remember reading this before and being just in awe at how beautiful it really was. I was like, wow, I love the idea of it. I want a fish, and I want to name him SR for soul retrieval. Also a Pachamama. I'm going to get some Japanese fighting fish, and hopefully winter won't eat them. Num 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 nums. I'm surprised she's not up here. Give her a minute. Okay, so soul retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use soul retrieval to recover our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we will learn to journey to recover our original nature, that self that never left the Garden of Eden, Stein and Sveltenbergers, who will speak to the rivers, to the trees, to God, and when we return to Eden, we will be whole again. You're no longer fragmented. You are one with creation. That is so beautiful. You know, and I feel like in all the journey that I'm taking with some of this research, all the people that are very clever and can retain information and have a new, fresh aspect are coming from one point of direction. It's simply unlearn what we've already learned that does not serve us. When we think our cup is full, we won't fill it anymore. So we need to unlearn stuff that we haven't learned correctly, because it's not us learning it, it's somebody else learning us and teaching it to us in a half-assed, screwy way. It's our parents shouting, oh, you'll never get that unless you have a degree. It's our teacher shouting us, why can't you get this concept? It's so easy. It's some crazy person out there on TV that's like, if you don't have all this stupid glamorous stuff, you're not worthy of anything. It's all these ridiculous notions that float around that make no sense, that aren't true. So we're just dropping all of that. That's what soul retrieval is teaching us. And it's time we all really listen to that message for sure. Okay. Look who has come to join us. Hooray. Okay, so soul retrievals. Let's see what we have out there for you in terms of what Jupiter's gifts are being brought to you in terms of love and patience and and I feel like right now I'm hearing for this group, I'm hearing blockages lifted because you're coming to an understanding that you want to communicate better. It's a good time to start journaling and put your thoughts into cohesive forms. I feel like you could actually do some smudging ceremonies in your home. All those things. I feel like you're going to start noticing symbols. Look at this, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. You're going to start noticing symbols, birds, animals around you. Temperance. Yeah, you're going to be in a very receptive, balanced, patient. A big thing that's going to come to you is patience. And I love that because you're, look at that. I couldn't think of the word and then it came, because you're putting in the work. This is very Pentacle Latin, because I feel like a lot of you guys you're very focused on your work, right? And you have a sacred commitment to it because it's part of you. It's part of your soul's purpose. You're not just out there to make money. A lot of you are involved. You're readers, you're esoterics, you're psychics. You're a lot of people where your existence has a lot of influence on other people because what you say permeates the air. It is the power of suggestion. Other people, when they're seeking guidance and when they strike upon that person that it really resonates with, like a lot of you, when you come to me with such beautiful comments, I start to cry because I'm so touched that all it takes to change a person's trajectory from sadness to joy is to let them know of all the possibilities, hope, and love that actually exist, and that is already out there and just for the taking. Just raise your head, smile at somebody, and start to accept it. It's always there, that joy, that love, the money, the abundance, the peace of mind, the patience. It's always there. All we have to do is accept it. Again, Jake Ducey's thing of what I want is on the way. I continually say that. What I want is on the way. I pretend the whole world, joy, love, everything I'm manifesting is like Amazon. That bitch comes straight to my door. I don't even have to sign for it anymore. Boom, it's on my table. Seriously, because I believe, so I receive. And that's what's happening to you. And look at this with Temperance. Again, I feel like a great deal of you, this is really good. I feel like you're connected. You're starting to connect with everything and everyone, including spirit, the essence. It's starting to beat within you. It's inspiring you to co-create your world and share space like you've never shared it before. I'm picturing you at your dinner table at Thanksgiving, at Christmas time with others, and being very aware of how others are thinking and feeling, and you're very in a high observance mode. You know what I mean? You don't feel the need to talk over or be involved. You simply want to be a spectator in this family, this beautiful family, because you're going to watch with fresh eyes and you're going to see things you haven't seen before. Beautiful. I love that energy. It's so lovely. Let's pull a fairy card for you too. Ace of Winter, which is funny when this is winter right there. I love that. So this one says, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas will be implemented. Yeah, I feel like because you're in a place of balance and temperance and you're focused on your work, but not in a maniacal, crazy chasing your tail circle, but a continuous, inclusive co-creation with friends, family, yourself. You're discussing it like it's a book you're writing, you know what? And everybody's little tidbits that they put in is helpful and important to your story. It's beautiful. And I feel you're no longer, what you might have looked at in the past as loss or disappointment, you're seeing as it's shedding of old skins, people, places, and things that don't serve you. Yeah, a beautiful, beautiful, fresh perspective for you guys. Amazing. Yeah, I feel like you're looking at the world with completely new eyes, and it's helping you. It's also helping you become more successful in your business and your business ventures because nobody's going to play you. You're going to understand what contracts are saying. You're going to understand what potential your ideas have. You know what I mean? You're not going to brush them aside anymore. You're simply going to be like, ooh, yay, look at your manifestation card. There's so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general what? Convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper, but they will show up when the time is right. And that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. And I'm going to make a guess right now. I'm going to tell you guys, I bet in the next 2 months I'm also going to have a new car because I need one, and I've been driving my husband's or his van, and I keep seeing things all over the house. Honda of Westport, where I got my first car from, they have been sending flyers. Have $1,000 off this, have this, Melanie, have this and that. And I put my wish out there, and I'm just letting it sort of percolate, because that's in one area where I've been crazy. I've literally just walked into BMW dealerships, like when I received inheritances, and just bought a BMW and left and gone back to work, and people are like, what's that? Yeah, I remember like right when I had my kids and stuff, because there were times when I'd inherit money and then Ian's like, well, you know, you're supposed to take out a loan in this and that. I'm like, nah, I just got a certified check. But now I have to live in a more realistic thing. But you guys too, what are you going to receive? Because now is like crazy abundance time. So be fantastical, be magical in what you want to come your way. But again, don't put where is it on it, or any kind of speed it along or hurried aspect to it, because we don't want to have we don't have enough, or we're lacking anything element to it, right? That you are happy and secure exactly where you are, but you appreciate a new car or elephant or whatever else could come your way. You're not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, you know what I mean? So that's you guys. Beautiful. I love that. The energy is just, it's like magic. It's like stardust, and winter is like climbing up my face, and I'm going to murder her. So if you guys are new, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and press the little the notification button as well, so you'll know when all the new videos are up. And all my links are below for private reads, for the Patreon page, or anything of that nature as well. So let's see what's going on with the ancient ones. I have little stacks of things around, and she's just going to start wiping out on stuff. I can just see it. Oh, my poor tourmaline. Okay, so we're going to go on to the ancient ones, and she'll just put her butt right there, because that's how she do. That's how she do. So the ancient ones, let's see what the book has to say about that. I love how simplistic and lovely the, winter. I love how simplistic and simplified the wording is in this book. Like, the author is great. So I knew as soon as Eleni and I were starting to develop our oracle cards that I would have a taskmaster in front of me. No matter how profound an orator I can be at times, when I start to write, I'll use 1,000 words before I feel like I can pick the right one. I just love words. I feel like they set a temperature, a feeling, a palpable, like each word that I emanate from myself and my voice, I feel it in a certain chakra. You know what I mean? Like ancient is straight in my throat chakra. Say ancient and tell me you don't feel that in your throat chakra really strong. And flow is definitely right in the stomach, right? Certain words evoke certain feelings. So let's see what the ancient ones have to say. They are the shamans of the old who defeated death and escaped from the tyranny of time. The ancient ones once walked the earth like us, in flesh and bone. Now they reside in infinity and can counsel us when we say yes to our calling. They are available to help us attain our full realization. The ancient ones are inviting you to reach to the future, to help birth a new destiny for the earth. Go ahead and find out who you're becoming. Yes, right now I believe too, and most of light workers, indigos, everybody who's out there on spiritual paths, they realize that we do have to take a turn in order to save our water, our planet, our ozone. We have to be very, very careful how we treat our resources, because they aren't infinite, and if we waste them or we go to war over them, it's horrible, right? We all know that, and that's what we're aiming towards, and that's why we're trying to raise our vibration and our frequency, for sure. You know, and when I heard Doreen Virtue and some people speak about how in a couple generations there'll be no more weapons because we're going back to a more agricultural based society, I just started to cry. I swear, I'm a total hippie at heart anyway, and I just love that. People farming and lack of pesticides and grossness and fighting and just having everything be at peace and being very earthy and grounded and beautiful and using our resources and wind and sun wisely. It just filled my heart. I just started to cry. I was like, oh, I can't even cope. Look at this. So you guys, again, we're asking ourselves, what of Jupiter's gifts are we receiving? Love, patience, all those things. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at you with the Chariot. You have very fast moving energy for what you're manifesting right now too. It's just, oh my Lord. Whoa, on top of whoa. Do you have some money coming? I just hear this weird ding, so I'm trying to look up at my receptors to make sure my batteries and everything are going, because I don't want to just keep going if no batteries are going. I can't figure out. There's so much weird stuff that's like on the screen right now. I wouldn't even know what it was, so I'm just going to continue. So let's see. Yeah, with the Chariot, you're fastly moving towards an abundance of money, and you know what? Some of this is going to be received, but it's also going to be earned from ideas. There's a lot of people that are self-employed. They're teaching courses, they're doing things online, and they're just going to start to flourish. They're going to have that boon, as they say, like on YouTube, where you go viral, like you basically just start to max out. Before, when you were getting so many views a day, those are going to be, they're going to be doubled by the hundreds. All of a sudden, you're just going to have a wow moment. It's going to take off. The momentum and the energy behind it just becomes massive, and it's just going to boon. And here's why. You're presenting a truthful, honest, grounded front in your business, and people understand where you come from, that you are 100% integrity based. You're not doing anything for the money itself. It's just nice that it follows, but this is your passion. I got very lucky to be doing the very same thing, that I would do this even if I never made one dime off it, because I get such a joy out of it. And sometimes I have to stop myself because it's so fun. When the ideas and messages come, I'm like, whoa, don't do 2, 3, 4. I don't want anything ever diluted. I want my energy always at peak when I'm doing this too, and feeling really good and having the flow. If I ever feel like I'm in a place where I feel rushed, harried, or I've just witnessed something terrible, I won't do this. Like news flashes kept coming up on my phone, and I didn't look at them. I don't want to know right now what can affect me greatly later. I can read and absorb it, but I don't want to carry that energy through. And that's a lot of times where my reads do come out so positive, and people are like, how come I never hear any doom and gloom or whatever? It doesn't work that way with me. That's not the kind of energy I channel. My guides are like me. They're very happy, joyous, and free, and they know the potential. It's simply a GPS of pointing at each of us in a direction we should go. Why shouldn't it be the happy, joyous, free direction where Jupiter is sending us our love, our patience, our gifts, our abundance, our children, our prosperous jobs, our loving mates, all those things, right? So let me see also what we have for you. Your other message is 10 of Spring, which is ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. So this is your message, that the second you feel like something is burdensome or too much work, simply step away and give yourself a break. I was watching this great woman this morning I absolutely adore, and she's saying, yeah, we all have high points of the day where we can harness our energy, right? Mine is early morning, and then funnily enough, it's late evening. I'm very nocturnal as well. So it's like I just had a beautiful nap and I needed it. If I would have tried to do tapings without that nap, or do it in the late afternoon, it would have had a totally different output. It would have felt a little more like a struggle. So I wait for optimal time, and that's what you should do too. Don't push yourself. Really ask yourself, why am I pushing myself so hard? Because unless it's fresh and unified energy that's like interconnected with what you feel and what you want the result to do, just let it go. Take those breaks, read that book, have that tea, take it easy. We're too much of a society of achieve, achieve, achieve. We should just be, hey, let's be a bit effective, and then let's take a break and have some nice experiences. That's what we need to do, right? You have money coming, you have love, you have connections. A lot of you have engagements coming as well. Proposals are in the wind. And this is your new card. Clarity says, stopping to listen to my inner self. I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar. And the mental chatter is confusing, bitter, and that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage or a compost heap. If you mental chatter happen to be organic, that's funny. Aren't these so cute? She's starting to wipe out on all the cards, and I'm literally going to just take her out. I love that. Yeah, mental chatter, that's the blockages we're talking about removing. Anytime you hear any kind of chatter that says you're less than, you need this degree, you're too young, anything like that, change that I am pattern of I am the perfect age. I am what I am. Thank you, Sam. You know what I mean? You are enough. You are beautiful. I love that. I'm going to have to just get her off of here for a moment because she just thinks she owns everything. Look at that. Beautiful. So you guys, if you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are below, and also the bell for notifications. When you press the bell, then you'll know when the new videos comes up. So all my links are below for private reads and everything else. And now we're going to go on to many paths, and I bet her many buttock is going to land on top of that. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Let's pull you a fairy card to begin with. Ooh, Justice. Very cool. I love that. So this one says, take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end, fair and objective decisions. Again, I do feel like this card is for a lot of you that are involved in just crazy little court cases. It could be anything. It's also about life. I feel like in arguments that you've been with people, they are going to come up and they're going to apologize to you. They are going to do an about face and say, wow, I was unreasonable in this. You know why? Because you've stepped back. You've realized you don't need to justify any of your actions anymore. You don't need to beat a dead horse. You simply want to exist in a kind, balanced space. And you know, you're going to see lots of signs of spirit that are reminding you to just co-create your world in a sacred partnership. You know, your part is just to dream and intend and watch for the signs to show you the next action to take. Absolutely. And you're going to be guided. This is part of your justice path, that you're going to be intuitively guided, and your guides and source are going to guide you to have you have a lovely, peaceful journey. You know, it's no more struggle. I just feel like it's time for you to rest. Look at this, the Empress. Look at that energy for you. Whoa! 6 of Cups. My goodness, people. And the Fool, my favorite. Yes, you're going to journey light. You're going to feel refreshed. You're going to feel free. You're going to feel trusting. The Fool is so lovely because it simply is balancing on the edge of a precipice, knowing that the universe is going to be helpful and protective. You have guides protecting you, surrounding you. You feel light and free. You don't feel like you need to hold grudges. You feel very celebratory. You feel emotionally fulfilled. You have a lot of emotions coming to you. Again, when you're around the dinner table with your family, notice things. Notice who looks weak or sad or defeated, or who looks joyful, and try to put together wise and open a dialogue with them and be helpful. It's time for every grudge to die away and simply melt, because we want to reconnect. We only have our one family, right? Yeah, we have our soul tribe and all those people we go out and seek outside of our family and that seek us as well. But we do have people we're related to that we can help in the healing process for sure, 100%. And I feel like you're going to be a huge catalyst for that around your table. You're going to be opening dialogue. You're going to have a sense of humor. You're going to be light. Think of all the crazy movies and funny stuff that's out there right now, and bring that up and add joy and light, and not complain about the goddamn wildfires and Trump and everything else that can drive us to madness, right? Because you're going to feel like when you're there, your family is going to feel like magic appeared. Like you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, almost like a child, an innocent child. You see the infinite potential of everything like the Fool does. Wow. It's so easy to have this. I'm just going to let it fall in my lap. I'm going to put the wish out there. I'm going to know what I want is on the way. I'm simply going to wait for it, and it's going to come to you. And it's going to come to you in spades. And you're going to be seen as this beautiful, resilient Empress or Emperor that's just sitting back and just receiving all this bounty of beautiful things. Cerebral things are going to come into your head and stay there, because you're realizing that you're just relearning things. You don't need to say I already know anything, because lots of that's diatribe from somebody else put into our head and our subconscious that just flows out. But that's not a truism. That's not something that you've accomplished or formed an opinion yourself on. So you're reforming your opinions in a much grander way, in a bigger circle, a higher perspective. You know, unification and interconnectedness is going to be a huge theme with you. I feel like with the Fool, you're just starting to establish these new friendships and connections that you want, because, you know, you have a sense of beautiful, we are all one, you know, we're all unified in this beautiful, inclusive circle. We're constantly trying to evolve. We're ever changing, and we're into nature, spirit, the cosmos, all those things that connect us. And it's going to be a whirlwind. It's going to be great. And let's see what this is for you guys in terms of woo. Okay, so follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. Again, that's where I see all this coming in. You're starting to shine, and people are taking note, because you're not a complainer. You're not saying, well, look over there and see what Eric is doing. He's not doing his work. You're simply getting on with yourself, staying in your lane, and you're getting noticed because you do believe in beautiful craftsmanship. You do believe in raising the bar. You do believe in putting out a beautiful product, something that is of use. There's so much crazy junk out there. Who needs any more crazy junk? We need things of quality. We don't need any more quantity. Simple quality. You know, Empress level stuff for sure. So let's see what's going on for you. I'm going to pull one of these too. Yes. Look at that. Trust in magic. I feel like it's all around, it's flowing. And speaking of this, on my way home this morning, a crow was flying over the car, and I thought I had bread in it, so I actually stopped to give it to him. And the little dude came up to the car door, and I realized Ian's little piece of soup bread wasn't on the front seat where it usually was. So I was so sad. So I just talked to it for a minute. So that's really beautiful. Yeah, you're no longer, you don't feel loss or disappointment in anything. Where you used to feel that, you just feel a flow, and you feel like things are, they're not even a challenge anymore. They're just a breeze. You know, you have a peaceful, tranquil, untroubled heart right now, and it's fantastic. I'm so excited for you. Let's pull you one of these too. Oh, and you're gonna, this is very nice. Yay. This is no need to do. I am exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there'll always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I'm already here. I take a deep breath, I relax, and I trust. Then I do the laundry. See what I mean? To realize that time, we have all the time in the world. The second I start to feel rushed or hurried, I say that to myself. I say, I have all the time in the world. And guess what? It does. It stretches out. I feel like I'm able to not only do everything I want to do, but all these fun little extra things too. And I almost forget at the end of the day when I see all my notes and stuff and writing on the oracle cards and the stuff that I've accomplished, I'm like, wow. It's impressive. And you're going to have that because you're going to take rest. Like I told the last group, we're not put on this earth to race each other to the biggest bucket of money, the biggest house, the nicest car. We're here to have beautiful experiences with our families, with our friends, with ourselves, and to create, right? That's what it's all about. And to reach an understanding of what could be. You know what I mean? That invitation to magic and a bigger life, and trusting our intuition and listening to it and let it lead us forward. And when we arrive at challenges, we don't see them as some obstacle. We see them as some cool new experience, right? It's going to be amazing. And again, speaking the truth and practicing the truth, because eventually everything you just say becomes true. Everything you want comes to fruition. And you have that lovely, light-hearted appeal. And it's going to be very magnetic to people as well. So you guys, you're in it to win it as well. So I'm very excited for you. Look at this. Yeah. Trust in it all. It's just flowing to you. Jupiter is so dynamic, and you're going to see things from perspectives that is just going to surprise you. And let me know too, comment down below, what is happening that you thought would never go down the way it's gone down? Like, what are you noticing? What weird animals, activity, all these things, what's flowing to you in abundance with such ease that it's blowing your mind? You know what I mean? How are you manifesting things so quickly? Things like that. I feel like when you just let it go, you let go and let God, you put it out there. This is what I like. You know what you want is on the way. You release, and then boom, it just lands in your lap beautifully. So that's you guys. If you're new, don't forget to press like and subscribe. Press it and press that little bell, ding, 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 so you get your notifications. All my links are below for private reads. Yeah, you guys are using your building blocks. Your perspective is higher and higher. Fantastic. Woo! We'll talk soon.